if you had good unit tests, you'd know right away exactly where it broke. You would know as soon as you checked it in and tried to compile or run it. But for those that don't know, they might think, well, great, I can now begin using unit tests with less time and effort, perhaps. So I think that that's a good thing. But back to your point, like, well, how do we evaluate those? So I think for those who might be thinking, hey, AI can help us in these areas that I think we should be doing, walk me through maybe in the certified Scrum developer class, they're going to walk through some aspects of that, and then maybe you can kind of tie that into the relevance of AI, both as a helper and an aid, and also the cautionary thing.
Yeah. Well, and it comes down to the understanding of what the unit test is trying to accomplish. And this actually came up in the class last week where we had a good suite of unit tests and we had a chunk of code. And the class had seen the code for the first time that day. So they were trying to understand, what is this code doing? It's not very well named. It's not very well factored. And one of the secrets is that, well, just comment out a line of code and see what unit test breaks. And when you've got a really good set of unit tests, that's going to start telling you something about what that particular line of code does. And so I could see that in a situation where you generate unit tests on an existing body of code, then you want to start doing some of these things like mutation testing, or like we did, manually just, modifying the code and seeing, are the unit tests picking up that change in the system.
See what breaks. It's kind of an aside, and we didn't talk about this before, Paul, but it reminds me when we're doing some of our own mob sessions internally, that you still have that mindset, like, well, just break it down to the smallest piece of this work,
Yeah.
run that and see what AI might build with that, whether we're vibe coding or whether we're doing something with automation, like with N8N. It's always like, it's a mindset, like do a small chunk
Yeah.
incrementally, see what works. Or you said, comment out of line, see what breaks, still step by step.
Yeah, and that's why I'm really kind of, blasé about what AI is going to do, because I think at its core, instead of me generating the code, now this other thing's generating the code. But how do I know I'm making good forward progress and the resulting solution is actually what I want it to be? And in the old days, pre-Agile, it was like write all the code you can think of and then start testing it, and hopefully your testing is going to uncover the problems. But with Agile, it was really, here is this big problem in front of us. What's the smallest, piece that I could get in front of a user and get their feedback on? And I think it's going to be the same thing with the AI. What is the core happy path, or whatever metaphor we want to use? What is the core functionality of the system that we want to see working, and then build on top of that?